Unorthodox Otaku Guy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unorthodox Otaku Guy. I have a surprise little unboxing video today for a Figma I didn't know was going to actually even come out. Corrin from Fire Emblem got, surprisingly, a Figma. And in our lineup, like for how popular Fire Emblem has become, they've gotten more Nendroids than they have Figmas. And the previous Figma we got was Lucina, which was absolutely a stellar Figma. So hopefully they did the same over-the-top treatment for this Figma here, and we'll see how good it is. Because I've been looking forward to this coming out for a while now, even though I'm not a huge fan of the game that it came from the base series. It's not a terrible game, though. Might grow on me a bit more, but the character-wise, it's got a decent design. So, I'm looking forward to, if I can find my knife, where I put it, here it is. Alright, we're going to pop this open, and because it's from Good Smile, we do have a little bonus to show you today, too. Okay, typical box, and this is one thing I always like to point out, that's always important for the people who are buying Figmas. Very typical box, but it has a Nintendo Authenticity sticker on the front. Make sure you always got that, especially because bootlegs, especially for Figmas, are extremely popular. And especially when it comes to, like, really, like, especially Nintendo or, like, really big iconic characters, they're hot targets to make bootlegs off of. So, try to be careful when you are buying your Figmas. Alright. Let's pop this baby open, shall we? Okay. Box off to the side just for the moment. Alright, we have pretty limited included in this. So this is going to be very Figma, like the figure-based oriented. And I think the bonus might help save us from first impressions. So, let's see. Alright, so the figure herself, let's pull her out of here. Let's take off all the plastic. This is all just from her alone. Okay, now we got that out of the way. It's tucked under every crevice, and I can see why, because she has a very overlapping cape just like Lucina's was, but also underneath like all the crevices that are in here, and as well as the fact that she has nice long hair on top of that too. And they want to really make sure it comes safely. Now they even have like underneath, like this is like the rubbery cloth type feel that they have, that they love to do. She's a very weird character design. It's very strap-oriented, like kind of like scattered all over. But also, this is going to be something that's weird. There's not many bare feet characters in Figma. So, we have not only like kind of like arch, like the toe articulation on the front there, but also the fact that they sculpted toes and feet. And at the very bottom, you can see they actually sculpted and bothered to get the heel through the arch and then up to the front part of the foot. So they did a good job on sculpting for that. And I actually, this is curiosity, considering how Figma's normally really good at standing on their own. Do bare feet stand just like how Figmas normally stand? Okay, and as always, Figma have always nailed the ability to stand their figures without a stand because of how good the balance is with the figure, the weight, and how they sculpt the feet, shoes, whatever it is. They once again nailed it on bare feet, something I have never seen, and I don't have a barefoot character. This is my first one that's barefoot. Okay. So going on to the character herself, she's really, really intricately designed, but she also has like pivot hair in the back here. What I mean by that, you'll see it has a sectional right here, so it can be pivoted at an angle, so we can have this cape kind of pop more up without any interference. This is actually kind of cool that they did that, because I think I spoke about this once before previously. A character like Satsuki from Kill la Kill, she has enormous hair, but her articulation and movement, even her neck movement, is so limited because of the fact that the hair is one piece. It's enormous and it's heavy. If they would have done that intricate little like little cut there, which made it so it had some articulation in the hair, they probably would have cut down on some of that. But this is part of evolving with how Figma keeps getting more and more intricate and better at what they already are good at doing. So this is a cool thing to do, to be able to break down and talk with you guys about doing an unboxing for someone who actually follows and keeps getting Figmas. So I like that. Cool. It's a little different when it comes to the actual sculpt, but it's not terrible. It's actually pretty flush. So big plus on that. Okay, so we don't have much in here in terms of accessories or even expression, it looks like. But we have a beautifully crafted sword with red gems kind of like put into it. And I'm actually going to take a really nice photo of this so you can see. I know it's blurry at the moment, so I'll pop it up right here. Alright, and this is just the standard sword she comes with. And this is absolutely nicely designed. So they definitely poured some love into that. Alright, we have her, I guess just these, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I played Fire Emblem, so forgive me, it's her Dragonstone, because she transforms into a dragon that kind of looks like Arceus from Pokemon, if I recall. But yeah, it's been a while since I actually played Fire Emblem. I gotta get back on that. But yeah, I believe that's her stone that she probably needs. Kind of like was it Tiki and Now, I think her name is. Ooh, okay. Little hard to pop off her hair, but it finally came out. Ooh, I'm fumbling, but I'm catching. Alright, so we got her face piece off. She has a neutral, happy, like a slight smile face, which is nice. She has very elf-like ears. And then she has a very aggressive, like, angry, elven battle face going on there. So I'll have these both popped up there. Nice design on the teeth too, so it actually looks like it actually belongs, like she's got some form of expression and anger. So I'll have a clear shot of her neutral, like, happy face here, and then a shot of her really aggressive, angry face here, so you can see it. Okay, so got all that done. There's really not much else in here. We got the bag that's included with her, and we have the typical stand with the hand rack and the spare wrist pin, the stand adapter. Nothing crazy in this included at all. Unlike her other person from Fire Emblem, Lucina, who got a really, really nice release. This is not as eccentric as previous Fire Emblem release. Alright, so the hands, they're really nicely sculpted. They're like the typical Figma hands. They painted them in the style of like her outfit, where she has, it's like black gloves with like a white inner, so it matches really nicely. So there's nothing too crazy here. We have the typical pole hands. We have an alternative wider hand, probably for the swords, and we have open palm hands besides her default fists. And then there was 2 blanks here. There's nothing else there. So in forms of hands, we have the necessities, thankfully. So it's enough. Nothing exuberant, but there is definitely enough there, thankfully. Alright, so with how nice this figure is so far, it is not looking the best. Alright, we have one last thing. This is the redemption round for her, because this is normally what wouldn't be included with her, but this is a pre-order exclusive through Good Smile, so we get to show off her bonus. And I know what it is, and you might too, but if you don't, you're going to want it, because this is really the selling point of how cool this is. And I can already tell this is cool. But it's her sword when it transforms. Just get that package opened up. And it's like a jagged buzzsaw blade. It's pretty eccentric. So it's just like the previous one with a lot of design in it, a lot of nice paint, but it's a lot more fierce and jagged. So this is a really nice little piece to have that's included with her. And I honestly feel like she's so limited in what she's included with that this should have been included, not as a bonus, but that's kind of like a kick in the face for some people. This should have been normally included with her. There's many, many more characters that have way more in the box than she has with her. So, that's very unfortunate, especially because it's actually really nice. Because at the end of the sword, like the explosion, it looks like at the end there, it's like fiery. It's even painted differently, like a sunburst. It's more golden fire. Okay, so this is a great unboxing. This is like a great example showing off how some Figmas can be really nice, but also slightly disappointing. This has a lot of weird things about it, which I can talk about. How I don't see many figures with bare feet, and they nailed it. So that's a good prop on that. The hair articulation on it is superior to some, so that's good props on that. The materials are done well, and it's an overall very nice sculpt. We're lacking. We only have 2 face expressions. I usually like to meet the minimum of 3. So at least there's 2. I mean, I don't off the top of my head, I don't remember a character that came with 1, but 2 is just like kind of like the bare bones. We came with 3 accessories only because it's a pre-order bonus. She normally is going to come with 2, which is her sword and her stone. That's it. And then her hand rack is limited to the bare essentials. You have your open palm, your sword, and your pole. And if it wasn't for the fact that she's a sword character, she probably would just have open palm, pole, and fist, which is like the bare essentials right there. There's nothing extra expression that's given with her. So for a Nintendo character, especially something from Fire Emblem, I feel like they really dropped the ball on this, and I'm going to give this one, just because of its redemption of some unique things in there that are kind of like different for Figma, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and I probably would have dropped it even lower. It's a shame. I mean, even give it a 6 out of 10. That's how disappointing it is to have. I'm very, very serious about having things that are included for expression, because if you care about pose, it's an action figure. This is not a scale figure. You need expression, so you need to be able to pose it, and you need the bare essentials, and it's faces, hands, and last is accessories. And they're lacking in just a little bit on the hands, and are definitely lacking on some faces there. I even feel like they should have done a bonus face instead of a sword, because she already had a sword. Or the jagged sword should have been included. So, alright, that's my 2 cents on the unboxing video for Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates. I hope you guys enjoy this video, because I enjoyed unboxing it and seeing some new intricate things, but I was slightly disappointed on how they executed it from their end. I don't know if that was something on Nintendo poll, but it doesn't make sense because Lucina was a knockout in terms of equipment, expression, and like all the things that included with her, especially since she had an alternative hair piece too. So to go from something as high tier as Lucina was, maybe it's a favoritism thing or something, and then drop it down to where Corrin here got really nerfed and didn't really get much, I can feel they definitely could have done better. And especially with the whole limiting one thing because of a bonus. So, buy at your own discretion if you really love the character or a collector of Fire Emblem, but I'm not going to recommend it. So, it's not often I don't recommend something, but take it as what it is. It's a great character. They did a knockout job on the sculpt, but if you need to, they have an amiibo that they sell that will solve if you really just want a figure of her, and it's really nicely sculpted, and you'll really like it. It was exclusive to Amazon if you want to find that one, but if you really want a Figma, you want a high-end figure, then by all means, of course, get it. It's an absolute fantastic figure in itself. So there is enough where it's not, like I said, it's meeting its bare minimums. It's nothing extravagant over the top, which really makes me really happy, but at the same time, it's not, it could be worse. It could have one face, it could have less hands, and it could have just one sword. So, take it as what it is. That's why I got more than half. So, I'll still give it a 7 out of 10. Guys, if you like this video, hit like. If you're disappointed with my opinion on it, you can hit on that you don't like it. Hope you see from my point of view that I don't hate it, that I was just slightly disappointed with it, and I do and don't recommend it. It just depends on your criteria. Especially if you like it, definitely get it. It's a Figma. You can't go wrong with Figma regardless. And if leave some comments if you feel the same way about the figure. I know that some people have some great opinions or similarities that they'd like to discuss that they have about figures, whether they have them or don't have them, or curious. By all means, drop a comment. I'd love to talk about it. And if, as always, if you are not a follower already and you want to check out some more stuff that's coming out that I'd like to discuss with you, unbox, and really get in depth with, and also let me know if you guys like this recording style. I experimented with so many different styles. Let me know what your favorite is. That way I know what to do. But anyways, hit subscribe if you get the chance. That we can keep in the loop of everything that's going on, what's releasing. I'll try to bring some cool stuff to you. Alright? So until the next time, stay unorthodox.